Here at the JM Eagle LA Championship presented by Plast Pro. We're here with Allisen Corpuz, USC alum, obviously played college golf in the area, played some solid golf last week in Houston. I know Sunday wasn't what you were looking for, but just evaluate the week overall. It was a heck of an experience.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, Sarah. I mean, first Chevron Championship, really excited with how it turned out. Like you said, played some really solid golf. Ultimately, didn't get the win, but still definitely leaving the week with a lot of really good experiences.
You're only really a year and like a few months into your your tour tenure on the LPGA. What did you learn last year? You've actually gotten yourself into some really close spots this year with some big names. What have you learned maybe from last year and those experiences that really helped you last week?
Yeah, I mean, I think just being able to hit shots under pressure. I mean, even when I wasn't in contention last year, just really getting used to how the pressure feels and getting more comfortable out here definitely has helped.
What was going through your mind? I mean, obviously leading, I want to say, through 3 rounds out there last week. That night, what was kind of going through your head, and maybe even into Sunday, what were you and Jay talking about on the golf course to just try to handle that pressure?
Yeah, I mean, I think what we had talked about was really like the goal for the year was to just be in contention as much as I can. And, you know, like someday it's going to happen, but like whether or not it happens, you know, last Sunday, it was kind of already a win for me to be in the final group. So was really just trying to go out there and just try my best and have a good day.
I know you're pretty chill. Do you ever, I don't want to say frustrated, that's not the right word, but I mean, is it kind of getting to the point where I mean, obviously you always want to win, but are you really trying to win in those situations, or are you still just trying to take it as experience?
Really just trying to take it as experience, I think. I mean, I don't think you can force a win. I think it's really just about eventually I'll play the same way that I did for the first 3 days on the 4th day, and I'll come through. Yeah.
Well, we're nearby a place that obviously you got to win a lot at USC. What's it like to be back in the LA area? We just was outside talking to Lily Vu a little bit about the traffic, but what's it like to be home?
Yeah, I mean, I love LA so much. I mean, I've been here for almost 7 years now, and it does feel like a second home to me. I mean, there's been so many Trojans this week that come and say hi, you know, fight on. It's been really fun so far, and I had fun last year out here, and I'm excited to have another fun week.
Obviously live here too. Are you sleeping in your own bed this week? And if so, how nice is that?
I am in my own bed, and it's so nice. I'm like 10 minutes from the course, and yeah, it makes the commute easy, and it's just nice to know that at the end of the day, like I'll be going home.
Wilshire Country Club, obviously a place a lot of the people that are based in LA or have played college golf in LA know very well. How familiar are you with the layout? Obviously played 9 this morning, played the front 9 out there, but just how are you thinking about, how are you feeling about the golf course, and what are you thinking when you're out there?
Yeah, I mean, we practiced here my first 2 years at USC. The course has changed a little bit since I was in college, but overall the design's the same. Just a few areas have changed a little, but it's a beautiful course. I really like how it's set up. I think it suits my eye really well, and I'm excited.
What part of your game do you think it suits the best? I mean, obviously when you get deadly with the putter, you get deadly with the putter, and I know the greens are kind of tricky.
Yeah, I think, honestly, ball striking is always important no matter where you go. There's just a few shots that get a little tighter, smaller greens on a few of the holes, and just really have to be target-oriented out there this week.
A lot of bunkers in play from what you've seen of the golf course, it appears. I mean, how do you strategize, I guess, around those bunkers? And off tee shots, it looks like a lot of them are kind of in your line of sight but may not be reachable or are reachable.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really just, like you said, like figuring out the yardages to the bunkers, knowing how far I hit it, and just making sure that the lines that I'm choosing aren't going to be going into those bunkers. But as long as you hit solid shots, they're mostly not in play. It's mostly when you catch a miss and stuff, that's when they start coming into play.
Do we have any questions on the Zoom? I know we got a couple people on. If you have a question, please just indicate either by raising your hand or in the chat, and we will come to you. I mean, we talked a lot about last week. I think one of the better, I guess, expositions for you of your game was really playing in that final group with Nelly and Jen Young at HSBC. You said you felt like you hung with them, and that was really encouraging. How confident are you in your game right now, and how you're ball striking it, how you're putting it, and your game overall?
Yeah, I mean, Singapore felt really solid at the beginning of the year. Honestly, last week did not feel like my best. It just really felt like I kind of grinded, especially through the final round. And, I mean, putted really well, but didn't quite hit it the way that I wanted to. There were just a few squirrely shots here and there. But I think that kind of helped me as well, because it's really showing, like, you know, like, obviously you need to be good to win. But I hung really tough, and yeah, I mean, just hoping that in the future, you know, taking that forward with me again.
I know Lotte wasn't the week you were looking for, but to bounce back from that, play like you did last week. I know this is your third week in a row, so it's a lot of golf, but I guess we had a week off in there. But how are you managing your energy coming into this week, and really what are some of your goals for this week outside of the obvious one?
Yeah, I always try to just schedule my week leading up to the tournament based on how I feel. So just took Monday completely off. Didn't touch the clubs at all. And I mean, like you said, like, I've seen this course a lot, so just did a 9 today instead of a full 18. But really just trying to listen to how my body feels and just respect that and keep preparing around that.
Looks like we have a question from the Zoom. Amy, if you'd like to unmute your mic.
Hey, Allison, I'm wondering, being out there in the LA area and at Wilshire, I know some celebrities are making appearances throughout the weekend. Do you get starstruck at all? Is there anyone out there that you've been excited to see over the years?
Hey, Amy. I haven't seen anyone yet this week. I definitely do get a little starstruck. We actually had a team practice out here, I believe my sophomore year, where we met Will Ferrell. So that was super exciting for me. So yeah, definitely. I think it's always awesome to just see someone that, like, you know, you've seen on the big screen in real life.
Is there any sort of different vibe being at Wilshire and, like, seeing the Hollywood sign? I mean, obviously you being out there a while now, but I just feel like that would make for such a unique atmosphere for a golf tournament. Can you kind of describe what that's like?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I mean, I think it's a pretty special course with the rerouting for the week, having 18 being that par 3 with the grandstands. Definitely feel really comfortable just being, you know, like, feeling like I'm at my second home this week. But I mean, I'm really grateful that I went to USC, really grateful that I'm still in LA, and yeah, super cool to just be able to see the Hollywood sign from the course.
Awesome. Thank you.
I think meeting Will Ferrell begs the question, what's the favorite Will Ferrell movie where you just like?
I mean, honestly, like, I don't watch too many movies, but he's funny in every single movie I've seen, and he actually did a really great commencement speech for USC a couple years ago.
That's awesome. The last question I'll ask, just end on a fun one if we don't have any questions in the room here anymore on Zoom. Obviously a place, you know, obviously home for you. When you've had a long stretch on the road, when you come back, what's the first thing you do when you get back to LA besides, like, laundry and going home?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly just like spending a lot of time just kind of chilling at home, relaxing. I know we've talked about a lot of books that we read. Just stay indoors and then try to catch up with the friends that I haven't been able to for the past few weeks.
Any local restaurants you have to hit up?
Oh, I don't want to share those.
Makes sense.
No, I love Korean food. I'm right in Koreatown, and yeah, tons of great restaurants.
Awesome. Well, hey, play well this week, and hopefully you get to eat some good Korean barbecue while you're here.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks.